Hi, welcome back to Soul Reflections with Adrana Lockhart. Of course, today we have a super show for you. You can notice in the background of me, there is the lighthouse. Of course, that is the lighthouse. It was built in 1817, and it is the best known lighthouse in New Providence, actually in the whole Bahamas, and it is the only surviving lighthouse that is actually in the whole West Indies. Well, we know Soul Reflections always cater to the soul, mind, body, and spirit, and we bring you information about things that you can learn about the Bahamas, about New Providence. Of course, behind me, you will see the cruise ships that come in the Nassau Harbor, and they come just about everyday tourists coming here to New Providence, to Nassau, Bahamas, just to get away and enjoy themselves. Well, we have a great show for you today because we're going to be actually on Junkanoo Beach, one of our tourist beach, and we have a lot of shops and businesses that are here that cater to tourists and Bahamians as well. Yes, we always enjoy our island, and we are looking forward that you will actually just enjoy our show today. So thank you so much for joining us at Soul Reflections with Adrana, of course, and I'm still on Junkanoo Beach, and we're actually interviewing today Ruth at Gloria. Welcome by Gloria, and she's been on this beach for 13 years, actually the first stall in business that was set up on Junkanoo Beach. So we're so glad to have us today. Ruth, welcome to our show.
Welcome to you. We have rentals, we do chairs, umbrellas, towels, and we have food. We sell comforters, chicken snacks, and we do fries and hot dogs. On the soft drinks, we do sodas, water, and then we sell beers and cocktails.
So basically you set up here as a stall where guests can come off the beach and just grab a quick bite to eat. And of course we cannot forget the Bahamian comforters. We can never forget that. And do you find that the visitors actually love just coming out here, perhaps from across the street, Paradise Island, other areas, just to come and experience Junkanoo Beach?
Yes. Then they always come to Gloria, so they see it on the internet.
Oh,
Say
very
the
good.
comforters are very nice.
Oh wow, comforters are very good.
Yes.
Okay, we have to keep that in mind. But thank you so much, Ruth. It was a pleasure to have you today on Soul Reflections, and we hope you have a lovely day. It's of course a gorgeous day today. As I always say, in the Bahamas the sun always shines. It's always so beautiful, and we're in New Providence. Of course, the Bahamas boast of so many other beautiful islands, and you must learn more about them. Thank you so much, Ruth.
You're welcome.
If you want to, you can put on your shirt. Soul Reflections with Adrana Lockhart, still here on Junkanoo Beach, and we're talking with Sharon Murphy. Yes, we're here at one of the water sports stall here on Junkanoo Beach, and Sharon is going to tell us what they offer our guests, who you can see in our background, who's just lounging out in the sun, catching beautiful suntans, enjoying, of course, our beautiful waters, and of course, when they like, they can come and also enjoy our water sports. Can you tell us what you offer here on Junkanoo Beach concerning your water sports?
Sure. It's good to have you all out here. We do kayaking, banana boating, paddle boards. We have the kayaks. We also do jet skiing. We have everything water sports in terms of towels, snorkel gears. We run a rental, so it's like half hour and the hour. So whatever the guest needs, then we try to compensate.
Now the
them.
kayaking, that's the same as rowing, isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the same as rowing. Of course, the tourist term for it is kayaking.
Right.
And of course, the jet skis, they're like water scooters. And our tourists actually love this sports activity because it's so beautiful just being on the sea, being able to get a bit of exercise, being able to enjoy life while you're on vacation. Well, thank you so much, Sharon, for sharing with us today. Thank you for explaining to us what you offer here on Junkanoo Beach. As you can see, Junkanoo Beach is actually very known to our guests who come over here just to relax and enjoy themselves.
It's good having you, all right?
Hi, Adrana Lockhart once again, still here, Soul Reflections on Junkanoo Beach. We're here with Emmanuel. Welcome, Emmanuel.
Thank you. Morning.
So good morning. So good to have you on our show today. Well, I would like you to tell us about the business here, also how long you've been here, and then of course I'm going to ask you what you're serving to our visitors and our guests here at Junkanoo Beach. So go on ahead,
Well,
Amanda.
morning. It's the Tiki Bikini Hut here at Nassau.
Tiki
Bikini Hut.
Okay, got
Right.
that.
So our specials, we have beer specials all day. Buy 3 beers, get 3 shots, $9.99.
Wow, now is that collect?
That's our
Sands
local beer.
Our local beers.
Local beer,
Okay, we
collect.
serve our local beers collect. Sands beers.
Sands Light.
Sands Light. Okay, for those who are watching their weight, of course.
Well, we just want everyone to experience a native experience, so that's why we sell our local beer.
Of course, we sell our. Oh, that's so nice to hear. Local beer, so they can have a local experience. That's why actually we're here in New Providence, Bahamas, to experience New Providence and the Bahamas, the people, and of course what we serve here. How long have you actually been here on Junkanoo Beach?
We've been here a total of 7 years.
7 years. Wow.
7 years. It started out with a table, and now
it's just grown. I noticed that you just have a array of coconuts just lying off it.
Right.
And I just love coconut because it's healthy. Of course, we have the jelly coconut and the hard coconut, the coconut water served, the sky juice. I'm sure you serve that here. But thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank
and
you.
we have some of our guests who is actually enjoying their time here at the stall on Junkanoo Beach. But once again, I say thank you.
Thank you very much.
And so we're so glad to be here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
Well, that's it for this segment of our show. Of course, Soul Reflections still here with Adrana Lockhart. We're actually saying goodbye to Junkanoo Beach, and we're going to take you now downtown Bay Street, and of course we're going to include a British Colonial Hotel, and we're just going to talk a bit about what's going on down there and what we expect to happen in the near future, and of course in the distant future that's going to take place in the area of downtown Nassau. Soul Reflections with Adrana Lockhart, of course. We're actually at the British Colonial Hilton, downtown Nassau, and we're actually by the statue of George Rogers. If you're wondering who this guy was or is, he actually was one of our governors that was sent here by the British Empire when we were still in the 1700s to get rid of the pirates. Yes, the pirates that used the Nassau harbor and their pirates in our waters. They loved actually the harbors around Nassau, and they made havoc of the sea. And he was sent here to rid the Bahamas totally of pirates, particularly Blackbeard and others, famous pirates that you heard about, and of course Mary Read and Barnett. And he did exactly that. When this guy was finished, George Rogers, we had no pirates actually through our waters, and order was restored and economy was restored. Of course, Soul Reflections here again, Adrana Lockhart, and we're actually in front of the British Colonial, their site that's actually facing Bay Street, and behind me you can see our famous Bay Street. We have a lot of historical buildings that's still on Bay Street that's been there over 100 years, and actually we can say the Chinese are coming. Yes, guess what? The Chinese construction company out of China, along with the Chinese government, has bought the Hilton Hotel, and they're supposed to be doing massive renovations to the Hilton Hotel and also to Bay Street. So maybe a lot of our historical buildings that we know the way they are today may not be here anymore, or they may just expand on them. We don't know, but you can take a good look in the back of me at downtown. Of course, it is a thoroughfare, gets very busy with traffic. It is the center of Nassau, where our Parliament Square is, where of course our government is. So we're going to slowly walk downtown. We're going to see what we have to offer in terms of shops, in terms also of our vendors that are on Bay Street. And we hope you would enjoy as we stroll nice and casually downtown Nassau, Bay Street. Hi, of course, Adrana Lockhart once again with Soul Reflections. And of course, we're downtown Nassau at the Pompey Square. Yes, the Pompey Square. Actually, this whole area suffered a fire several years ago, I think in 2005. This whole area had been burnt down, and then of course it was redeveloped. The square actually came about from the Pompey Museum that was almost destroyed in that fire. And we're downtown Nassau, and we're going to look and see what is being offered at Pompey Square. We of course have vendors out here, but we'd like you to stroll with us as we cover this whole area and explain. We're also on the dock area of downtown Nassau, so you may just see the sea and the waters again. But as we stroll, come and join us. Hi, of course, still here, Adrana Lockhart, Soul Reflections at the Pompey Square, and this is actually Angie's booth, and these are all hair pieces that was actually made by Angie, and they're all made out of seashells. We're going to get some pictures of them, beautiful shells that of course come from our beaches here in the Bahamas, and we have so many beautiful beaches on so many of our islands. You know, Soul Reflection one day, we're going to be in our family islands, so showcasing what goes on in our family islands. And she's out here today at Pompey Square, just displaying the things to our guests, of course, who come all the way from so many parts of the world, and of course America especially, just to view what we have to offer in the Bahamas. Hi, of course we're here with Celestine. We're still at the square, Pompey Square, and Celestine is going to tell us today what she has in her stall to offer our guests and visitors. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I am great.
I have the shell ornaments.
Oh, Christmas time is coming. Shell ornaments that you can hang on your Christmas tree.
Miniature Junkanoo ornaments.
Junkanoo ornaments, are they
Full
handmade?
size, yes, they're handmade.
Do you make them?
I make everything at the
Oh
store.
wow, you make them yourself. That is, and I see these are painted.
Yes, they're hand
Oh,
painted.
those are hand painted. That's such awesome artist work. You paint those also?
Yes, I paint those also.
Oh, you an artist.
And these are the magnets.
The magnets that you put on your refrigerator, of course, and other places.
We have the figures,
Figures, all
fishes,
Bahamian fishes out of wood.
the paintings,
Oh, those are beautiful.
and we have an assortment of animals and trees.
Sea animals, the crabs, the stingray, the butterfly, and of course we have other wooden carvings
carvings,
here. The turtles, of course, which is protected in the Bahamian waters. You're not allowed to catch them or eat them, but they are delicious. But please don't do it.
And we have the sailboats.
Sailboats, and I see these are earrings.
Carving.
What are those made out of?
Earrings are made from the conch horn.
The conch horn.
Yeah, this is the natural color.
Oh,
This
those.
pair is carved also.
Okay.
And these ones are painted.
And those ones are painted. And these bangles, they're beautiful.
They're made from
I think
coconut shell.
coconut shells, those are beautiful. I remember bangles.
We have the coconut shell
And
earrings,
coconut shell earrings,
the jacaranda port earrings.
the chacaranda border. These are so polished. I mean, they almost look as if it's a new material. It doesn't look as if you actually got the coconut
Yeah.
and made it that way. Just to show you that nature has so much to offer and that we have so much natural resources here in the Bahamas. We cannot overlook, of course, the wooden carvings.
Carving.
Now, did you do those or you have someone that carves them?
I do those.
Oh, wow, you are so talented. She actually carved those herself.
And this is a bottle, a
It's
wine bottle.
Oh, wine bottle. And you just decorated
Yeah,
it.
decorated with a
And then you
face,
put the
and
carvings on it with the face. That is beautiful.
We have the iguana. And we also have the parrot.
It's just totally amazed me when I see that hand carving. Honestly, it just totally amazed me. That persons just sit down and out of their head, they're able to out of work, create this stuff. It's a gift, only a gift that God could have given, of course.
Of course. And you develop it, work hard at
And
it.
you work at it. And these are what? Shells?
Yes.
Seashells. And these are jewelry with seashells that we have.
Conch horn, king
The
conch,
conch horn.
centerpiece, and it's coconut shells.
Oh, and you
Two
make the
sets.
earrings and the, the
Yes.
matching necklace, so you buy them as a set.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you so much for letting us know what we offer here at Pompey Square. And it's so nice to have you on our show this morning.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Here at Pompey Museum, Pompey Square, of course, we're still covering what we offer our guests and visitors when they're downtown Nassau. And we're here with Elizabeth. And Elizabeth has some beautiful, just gorgeous pictures. And I know they are right here in the Bahamas. How some of them were caught is just totally amazing to me. There's actually one that really captures my eye. There are many of them. But this one here, it shows actually the coconut tree, the branch of the coconut tree overlooking the waters, and the sun is that setting?
That's
The
setting.
sun is setting, and it is beautiful. Was that shot in New Providence or?
Yes, it was. It was shot at Nirvana, which is Freddie Munning's
Yes, Nirvana
with
Beach.
the restaurant. Yes,
Oh,
Nirvana Beach.
that is beautiful, right? And that's all the way West Bay,
Yeah.
off New Providence. Actually, up from the Cable Beach or further Cable Beach.
Yeah, Love Beach.
That is beautiful on Love Beach. And these are these flowers are, do you know what they are?
This
The
is the poinciana.
The
Yes.
poinciana flowers.
Right,
And the
there you go.
poinciana flowers, the tree
Poinciana
comes
tree.
out in June.
Yes.
And it creates an orange glow. It is absolutely beautiful with the sun shining against the sky. And this is the flowers up close. And of course here, this almost looks as if this is in one of our family islands.
Almost, but it's actually on the south side of the island, close to Clifton.
Oh, so it's Clifton, out by the south part of New Providence, the southern part out by what we call Clifton Pier, which is actually more ocean out there. And I see also we have our famous conch shell. And you know, I always talk about our conch fritters, conch salad. It lives in this shell, very conducive to the Bahamas, simply delicious. We have a beautiful picture of it. I see other pictures here of course, our wildlife. There's bird watching that actually takes place on New Providence and other parts of our islands. And we actually have protected species such as the flamingos that's on the island of Inagua. We also have some here in a zoo here in New Providence. And we have a lot of wildlife dealing with our bird watching. And we have visitors who just come down to do bird watching here on New Providence and other parts of the Bahamas. Also, I would like to point out this one. You mind if I lift that? Is that by the cloisters?
No, that is actually at what used to be DV Bahamas. On the
DV
south
Bahamas,
side.
oh yes, the southern
derelict
side.
property.
Oh, okay. I remember that was a hotel many years ago in the 80s. DV Bahamas. Right now, nothing is really happening to it, but there's so much development that's taking place. Who knows what may happen in the future? Anyway, thank you so much, Elizabeth, for showcasing your pictures with us today, and they are simply gorgeous. I'm here at Pompey Square, and I'm with Lorette, and Lorette is going to tell us about the association, its name, and more about Pompey Square. Go ahead, Lorette.
Hi, we are the Bahamas Association of Professional Artisans. We're a group of craft artisans, just recently formed, but we were known formerly as the Bay Street Artisans. Used to be in the front of the banks on Bay. Now we've relocated to our new home, Pompey Square, beautiful historic Pompey Square. And the artisans, they're proud craftspersons. We have a variety of items in here that we are featuring every single weekend in Pompey. We are going to be featuring now, coming on with our brand new Christmas show. That's going to be held on the 5th, 6th, and 6th, 7th, and 8th of December.
And is that going to be held right
That's
here?
going to be held right here.
So-
Pompey will be transformed.
So they'll be displaying things for Christmas.
Christmas things.
Oh wow, that'll be like preparing for Christmas,
Yes.
the whole Christmas season. Now, how many stalls averagely can you approximate that's out here? That's a part of the association
25
in total.
25 in total we have out here with more members, but that's the max that we can hold here in the
Oh, okay,
square.
the maximum that you have in the square is 25.
Uh-huh.
But of course, you have more members that's a part of the association.
That's correct.
And we're looking forward actually to the Christmas because you know Christmas is not very far. We're already in November and this year is almost gone. Is there anything else you'd love to tell us about this Pompey Square? We know the fire took place, destroyed the straw market, other buildings, and then this area was more or less reconstructed. How long has it been actually since this area has been here?
It's been probably just under a year, but we have just moved in here in September, so we're pretty new to
you're
the
very
square.
new.
Very, very new. But we have uplifted the square.
Oh, you came to improve it
Yes,
and
we
make
did.
it better. And you find that the vendors are very acceptable, that they work along with you and that they're glad to have you actually here with them?
Yes, for the most part we are. Of course, you have those vendors who they would love to be back on Bay Street, but you know,
That's
we're
what they're
here.
used to, of course.
Exactly.
You know, human beings, sometimes we really do not like change, but change brings changes and it's good. And of course, it forces us to grow. And sometimes as adults, we, fight against those, we have those little growing pains. But it seems as if out here is lovely. It seems as if the setup is nice. The shade, of course, is needed because the sun is hot. The background is gorgeous with our harbor at the back. This is Prince George Wharf that's actually on the background, and our cruise ships come into there. But anyway, Lorette, thank you so much for sharing with us and telling us a bit about Pompey Square.
Thank you so much for having us, and come on down. We're here every weekend, and especially for the Christmas show, we're gonna have fabulous items so you can gift shop. Do everything here right in Pompey Square from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Don't you also have, is it the Gombe Festival sometime that takes place here? Or is that on the back street that happens?
It's normally on the back street, but we're new here. We've come to bring changes, so anything
is
probably
possible.
gonna come here from now on.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, Lorette. still here, actually, not far from Parkway Square. We're on Prince George Walk, which is a street right behind Parkway Square. And if you look behind me, you can see a cruise ship actually coming into port. We have other boats, like the other boats that actually take our guests out to experience other little small keys and islands here. We have the conch shell that lines our walls. This is the Nassau Harbor and our cruise liners. Actually, it's amazing to see one just pulling into port. So many things takes place out here. It's nice and cool, although the sun is hot. There's some nice cool breeze that's blowing that I really appreciate. And we're just gonna take a long shot so you can see Prince George Walk, the harbor, cruise ships, and music that's being played. And these are just some of our stores that's on the Prince George Walk, and businesses that the tourists, when they come here, this is what they see. And this is what they experience. The Bahamian lifestyle, the Bahamian way of life, and of course, sunshine, and sea. We're here, so Reflections, of course, and we're here still downtown, and we're in a store, actually My Ocean, and everything that you see here is made in the Bahamas. And so Jocelyn is with us today. Thank you, Jocelyn. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. I just want you to tell us some of the things that you have in the store here that's made in the Bahamas. You can point them out, and of course I will point some out also. So do you mind? Can you tell us what this is here?
Sure. Okay, well, we introduced 5 collections in our store.
Okay.
This collection here is called the Shallows.
The Shallows. And what is it made out of?
Well, the ceramics are made out of ceramic clay.
Ceramic clay.
We use a special glass to make glaze. And in this collection here, we use a lot of different shells and corals.
Seashells, and it's a whole collection. Now, I couldn't help but notice that you have the Bahamian sponge. And we know actually sponging in the Bahamas actually is part of our history. Can you just come this way, please? These are some huge ones here that we have over here, and these are some smaller ones, and this is actually the natural sponge. Now we know today that you have synthetic sponge, but sponging in the Bahamas, there was a time when that was very big, when we were actually exporting to Europe and the other parts of the world, and then of course the sickness took place in our seabeds that killed our sponging, and you know there was a saying in the Bahamas that sponging money is never done. That meant you made so much money out of sponging, you would live off it and have some left over. And then after that, they came out with fake sponge, synthetic sponge, man-made, but natural sponge still is alive here in the Bahamas, and I'm sure our guests really admire them. Do you find that they really like them?
Some people actually don't know what it is.
They don't, and they ask what it is, because you know, it's really not heard of today. We're so used to the fake ones, of course, but this is all sponge in the Bahamas. I see you have some seashells here, and when I stepped in here, it smelled so nice. There was like a whole array of different scents that just tantalized my senses because it was so good. Was that part of the candles?
Yes, it's really a combination of everything, the soaps, the candles, and our spa products.
Now the soaps are made here also?
Yes, we have a factory right on Hawkins Hill, right opposite the Department of Immigration.
Oh wow.
We make everything by hand.
Everything is made by hand, and these are some of the soaps?
These are some of the soaps.
And these, of course, are the decorative ones, because they're so beautiful. You really don't want to use them, but you can decorate your bathroom with them. Oh, and they have a really nice scent. I knew when I stepped in. And of course, these are some of our shells. Now, are these shells here? Everything you said, they picked up of our beaches?
To be honest with you, the shops are not really local.
Because I looked at them and I wondered, I know our local shells.
Right.
But I had to ask, okay? And so, we're going to, can you point out, is this the Androsian print?
This is really the batik. It's My Ocean's print.
My Ocean's print. So you have your own print.
Right.
And that's also made in the Bahamas.
Well, we have an artist that makes the
it for
us.
make the fabric.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I looked at them and I was saying to myself, are they Androsian? But they seem as if they were a little different and had their own design to them. So they're of course made for your store.
Yes,
I see you have handbags here. Are there shells that's on the handbags? You can actually just bring one over, and we're going to bring it closer to the camera so they can see the handbags. Now, I would say this is actually a lot of work because I mean, each of these have to be placed on here. And these ones, they are so fine, and I see that they're actually sewn on there, so I know this is a lot of work. How much would something like this cost?
Well, something like that would normally cost, the short handles are $4.15. But we have them on special now, they're $202.
Oh, okay, but they're beautiful and they're authentic.
Yes, ma'am.
And you can't just duplicate that, I know. Thank you so much. I see you also have some angels over there. Are they straw angels?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're gonna walk over here and we're gonna see what we have in here. Jocelyn? Oh, wow. Angels. I have a sister who's actually into angels, and every Christmas, my daughter and I, we make sure we buy her an angel. And we'll go just looking for angel. So maybe this Christmas we may get a straw angel, or I may get a straw angel. Now something stands out to me on this table, and it's the shell with the candle.
Right.
That is totally amazing. And it's unique. So the candle, I assume, is poured in the shell with the wick. And of course, you will never want to burn this. You will just want to use it for a design. That is beautiful. What kind of shell is that? I've never seen.
A giant melon shell.
A giant melon shell. We find that in our waters?
I'm not sure.
You know, I love to ask questions, but eventually I'll find out the answer. And of course, you have ointments that you can use for your Christmas tree. Christmas is coming. We're very close to the Christmas time, and these are ointments that you can hang, handmade ointments that you can hang on your Christmas tree, shelves that you can hang, sponges. But anyway, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to say about your store?
Well, come on down. We're located through the Prince George Plaza. And we also have like specials going on, so feel free to come down.
Okay.
We're open 9:30 to 5:30.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Okay. Hi, we're still here downtown Nassau. We're at Festival Place. This is actually located, the backside street is called Prince George Wharf, and that runs adjacent to Bay Street. So we're actually on the backside of Bay Street where we're at Festival Place, and this is our art and craft center. The art and craft building is being renovated at the moment, so all the stalls are actually outside in the square, and as you look and you see, they offer Bahamian things that's sold here, straw bags, shells, and a lot of things that's made right here in the Bahamas. This is actually the entrance that our cruise ship passengers, they would come actually from the cruise ship and exit from this entrance to enter into downtown Nassau as they come to visit as cruise tourists, yes. And this is Festival Place, and of course before they actually go downtown, they can stop and look at our stalls and what we offer in the Bahamas. There are also some food places. They can have a cool drink. They can buy souvenirs to take back to their country to show that our cruise ship actually stopped in New Providence, Bahamas. And of course they go on to one of our deserted islands, most of them, and enjoy just a day at the beach. That is it for Festival Place, downtown Nassau. We really hope that you actually enjoy what we showcased for you today at Festival Place. And of course we cannot forget our mini venues that are here as you see tourists pass by. It's really actually a very busy day. Downtown Nassau, we have at least about 4 cruise ships in port at the moment, and we actually had one that just pulled in, and those passengers will be disembarking perhaps in another hour or so if they have not already done so. Also, this is where you will pick up your tour buses, you will pick up your tours to do with the taxi drivers. We also have the horse and carriage ride. That is really old in the Bahamas. There was a time when we were known as a little island, and of course we would travel by horse and carriage. But we still have that here in the Bahamas for our tourists to enjoy a leisure horse and carriage ride where they'll just cover the downtown Nassau area about 15 to 20 minutes, because of course we don't want to tire out our horses, but it's really enjoyable, and we have guests who really love to do that here. So we just thank you right now for enjoying this part of our show at Festival Place. Of course, that brings us to the end of our show. We're here at Parliament Square in front of the Queen Victoria statue. This is our Parliament Square, of course, where our government meets. And I cannot end our show today without mentioning that we've lost a great icon in our nation, Dr. Miles Monroe and his wife. And of course, I cannot also help but mention Pastor Richard Pinder. These are dear families of mine. I would love to send condolences out to their children, my cousins. And I also would like to say to the Monroe family, Ragged Island Connection, and all of the descendants of Ragged Island, we know that we are feeling it. We know that we are hurting because we have lost dear family members. Our nation has lost a great leader and mentor, and we are really shocked as a nation. I pray that we will comfort each other, love each other, and hold each other a little bit more dear, and we will treasure each other a little closer. I thank you so much for joining us for Soul Reflections today.